Looking at February 26th hurdle, I would like to start today with rovers in recognition of my friend's birthday today. Okay, and that does give us an R that's somewhere in this word. So I'd like to do for our next word, boring, and this does help bring up an important point about, so you might think the vowel in boring and rovers is the same, but R does affect those mid vowels and bring them down. We see it with A, so in bear, that sound is a little more like an E, and in it's not boring, it's boring, oh, with the same sound of law. So you'll see that in my transcriptions. So let's see how boring does. Okay, we got the R in the right place and made a couple eliminations. So I thought we could try for our next one, parts. Actually, when I transcribe ah before R, it's another one that gets affected. I tend to use this version of the ah. I know it's not a different form here, so like we were talking about in yesterday's video, that might be a allophonic thing. But again, maybe this is allophonic too. But we also talked in the last video about how uh, some transcriptions find an interesting place between allophonic and phonemic. So let's try this one. Oh, well, that was great. This is going to be something like parrot, maybe. Oh, okay. So this is a different dialect than mine. I do say parrot with an ah sound. I have what's called, I don't have a marry merger. So these two words, marry and marry, I transcribe differently from one another. Marry, I use the ash vowel. And Mary, I'm not actually sure what I used there. I did say a second ago that I used this vowel, right? But then, of course, you have the third member of this trio, uh, Mary, the adjective. And I do say that one the same. These two are the same, but then if I were to imitate someone who says this differently, I would say Mary. And then I'm not sure what the difference is between Mary and Mary. So maybe that's where it gets tricky about those vowels. Am I saying something more like this? Maybe non-diphthongized? I don't know. But in any case, this person says parrot, not parrot like I do. So that one's not going to work as well as I thought it was going to. I should have said, of course, parrot is not going to work. I was being orthographic there. Orthographic meaning having to do with the writing system. So I don't say that I don't have the same vowel in parrot as I do in parts. I don't say parrot. So I went through all the vowels. None of them worked. There's no parit, paret, parat, parut, parut, paroit, parout, parite, parate. Sorry, parate, parite, parat. And there's no repeating parat. So I started going through the consonants and I realized it's probably parked. And we've talked about how in this dictionary, they don't have this as the past tense of park, but it could be there as the adjective, like a parked car. So let's see. Oh, not that. Okay. So let's see what we got left here. We got parled, parched, parched, parched. Ooh, parched. There we go. So thirsty. That's probably the answer. Let's go through the rest just for fun. Parched, 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 parthed, parfed, hard. That's impossible to say. None of these voiced ones are going to work. We talked in the last video about those ED, so I guess it's going to be parched, which is even more of a word than parked. Okay, we got it and hit some interesting topics along the way.